Just got back from Curry's, where I did a click and collect on the new GoPro Hero 4 Black. The last GoPro I had was the 3 Silver, got it in the States 2 years ago. I skipped the 3 Plus, did like the look of it, but I thought I'd hang tight. So now the 4 is here, definitely I thought it was time for me to upgrade. It talks about having 2 times more powerful image processor, 2 times faster video frame rates, a wider angle lens. Most of the rest of it not massively different. Perhaps it does talk about having better low light performance. So I'll be very interested to see how it performs. But right now I thought I'd just take you through the contents of the box. I think there are 3 different versions. There's the Hero Black, there's a Motorsport version, and there's a music version, I think, which has some slightly different attachments in it. This is just the regular Hero 4 Black, I believe. So let's have a look. So that's got those little, Jesus, that's pretty strong stickiness that is there. They just have a little kind of, the top bit's got no stick on it at all, so in theory it's easier. And as is with the previous GoPros, that's just kind of a paper cover. Then, again, they actually make it quite easy to unbox. So we take off the Perspex cover, and then usually, well, actually this is part of the lid, is it? I thought that bit came off before, but we can slide that out on the quick release. It's got a little remove. Okay, that's either way. Let's pop that down just for the moment. And how was it I got into? There we go. So the documentation, getting started with GoPro, gives you the website to go to, tells you to get the app. It'll be interesting. I'd like to use both of my GoPros at once. I wonder how the app deals with 2 of them. I guess it can't. I guess you have to Wi-Fi to one of them and then Wi-Fi to the other if you need to, if you're going to control them both. Usually I only use the app just to check everything's framed properly, and then I'll just use the GoPro itself. So what I've got here is just a regular kind of manual, getting started, etc, etc. Capturing videos and photos, quick capture. So that used to be the Wi-Fi button on the side. When the camera is off and the quick capture is enabled, you can turn the camera on and immediately begin capturing video or time lapse. Okay. Camera settings, we don't need to particularly see all that. Oh, you don't need to see that anyway. Some stickers. A whopping huge use manual because it's in like multiple. So okay, that bit's the English. That's still pretty big actually. Pro Tune, never really used battery. So there. So it's only actually maybe 2 languages. So there's quite a hefty bit of manual for you to read through if you so wish. I do not. Safety information, do not eat GoPro, perhaps. Warning! Okay, well maybe I'll just double check. It might be about anchoring your device if you're using it on a motorbike or something like that. And warranty and disclaimers. Okay, so all the usual stuff you might expect has come out of the top. Then inside we have, so there's a different back. Oh wow, that's totally open, look at that. If you can see, oh, well, there's nothing in there, so it's literally just a frame around the outside and then it's totally open. So that's as opposed to it's totally closed. This one totally open. It should give better audio is my understanding. We have, so it's still the old what's that, mini USB connector rather than micro, which in a way is a shame because almost everything else I have charges off micro. It'd be much handier if it did that as well. We've got a clip now. My understanding as well, so obviously there's a clip that it comes on, and then the different version of the clip, which I think is better for front mounting on a helmet, for example, which I might try. And then the kind of the joint to be able to change angles on your mount. And one last thing, what's this? Oh, just actual sticky points, and the old rubber sort of vibration eliminator it's supposed to be, I think. Let's pop them back in there for the moment. So let's just take a little bit of a look around the actual device. I'm going to zoom in if I can slightly. There we go. I suppose let's grab the last one. I'll turn that on by mistake. In fact, where's the housing? I've got the housing somewhere. So quite a different design. I think it's smaller. Not massively, not sort of hugely, I wouldn't have said. Let's see, how do I get... Right, there we go. So there's the actual devices. Oh, are they not exactly the same? I thought things had got smaller for the 3 Plus. I must be mistaken. I suppose the good news is that should mean that devices are interchangeable, are they? Yeah, well, yeah, I'm going to force it, but that does certainly looks like it will fit in the old, which means the new one might save me having to buy, maybe. Yep, so the Hero 4, this is the case that I used around my Hero 3, and it fits just fine. It's odd, I thought it was they'd made them a little bit smaller, unless that was just a 3 Plus and they've gone back to the previous original size, which I guess will also. Oh, hang on, where's my battery? Ah, oh, no battery. I don't think they gave me a battery at all. Oh, there is. Sorry, look at me. I was carried away. Oh. Try and get that battery out. Oh, there we go. Ah, and that is a different size. That's a little sort of unfortunate and slightly annoying, because it would have been quite nice to be able to use the same. I've got some spare batteries. I've got 3, that's why they're numbered. And I'll have to buy some more now. Can we see the milliamp hours? 1160 compared to 1050. That's interesting then. So it is a smaller battery, definitely. Looks like it goes that way. That's a nice. I prefer that little sort of. Can you see that little flap that presses in? That then allows you to pull, and it's spring loaded. Quite a nice. So I've got no I've got no micro SD card in there just at the moment. So let's pop one over now. That might be there's no juice in this battery at all, and we can't do anything anyway. But looks like there's a bit of juice. So we're on 1080s, 30 frames a second by the looks of things. We've got the different modes, obviously. Setup. Oh, so now can you see that? Now we're scrolling through. There's a rabbit off. I'm going to change to PAL, please. Reset the cam, exit. So where did the actual? And that's the date and time. Let's not worry too much about that right now. Okay, I thought we might get options on the resolution that we wanted. So here's a bit of test film. It's going to confuse things now. Hopefully I can do some picture in picture. Well, I will obviously do some video tests and post them up with the quality. There's a little bit of sample footage at least though. So there we go. Obviously the real, I do like it. They're nicely built, although a lot of people prefer the bullet cam type, so they're sort of the long thin with the lens at the front, because they attach easier to sort of the side of a helmet, or generally whatever they're on, they're a bit of a better shape. And the GoPro is quite, it's quite blocky. How do you, I don't know. But I do like them. They're very well made. This feels quite heavy. Now I've put everything in it. I mean, obviously that's not got a battery in there. It doesn't really feel it. Maybe they're similar. I have to get some scales to really know the difference. Well, that or I just Google it. But all round, quite impressed. That's the, if you wanted to put the back on it with the screen. Not so necessary when you've got the app, I suppose. I'm quite pleased they're the same size. All my accessories will work on them both. So what does that do when I press that? Aha! There we go. Look. So 1080. Oh, come back around to 1080. Let's see one different. 960, 720s, 720 normal. 4K. Look. Whee! Not that I've got anything to play 4K. I'm not even 4. So regular 1080, so what was 1080s? Won't be widescreen with an S, would it? Change the frames per second. Because I'm on PAL, it'll do like 90 or 50, that's fine. Field of view wide, not sure what that one is. So I'm not checking it, you can see what I'm selecting here really. Any hose, there we go. Let's just try another bit of film on the one that's not S. Whatever that might be. We get a flash at the top, at the front, at the bottom. There we go. So as I say, I'll try and post up some footage. I'll use it a bit on the bike or in the car, or strap it to my head or whatever. But there you go, the GoPro 4 unboxed.